Now I'm just about ready to do my pre-pitch. The pre-pitch, as per the Tile Council of North America handbook, is has to be 1/4 of an inch per foot. It has to be a mix of 1 part Portland cement by 4 parts sand. For this, I'll be using the Quikrete 1103, available at Home Depot. I've confirmed it with the company. I've emailed the company to make sure that this was the right mix to use, both for the pre-pitch and the mud pan that I'm going to put above the pan liner. I didn't want to buy the Tile Council of North America handbook. I found this nifty document on the web, and I'll put in the description. I'll put in the link. Document called the Advanced Certifications for Tile Installers, which gives you all the information you need to do the whole shower installation, based on the Tile Council of North America handbook and based on the American National Standards Institute specifications for the installation of ceramic tile. Okay, there you go. So I'm using, since it's 1/4 inch per foot, some people on the web have used their levels. Since I'm not very good with that and I really don't want to mess up my one and only job, I bought the Goof proof system, available in the States at Home Depot. Now you can have it delivered to a Home Depot nearest to the border and go and pick it up, which is what I did. Now, from opening the package to installing it, using a glue gun, it took 15 minutes. So real easy. The only thing I did wrong was using my clippers for my PEX pipes, and since I used it on the wrong angle, I actually broke it. Well, I broke part of it. It's still usable. But apart from that, 15 minutes installation. Each piece is has 1/4 of an inch per foot, so you really can't go wrong. Some people say to just do an approximate job. I just didn't want to risk it, so because when I approximate things, I usually mess it up. I've covered up my screws of my shower drain assembly, and I'm ready to do the mix. Also, some people on the web have been using polymer modified thin set mortar on the cement in order to add to the adherence. But my package says to use an acrylic fortifier number 8610, because I'm going to be at 1/4 of an inch close to the drain, which is not very thick. So they suggested that, and as soon as you use that, it improves your adherence to the cement, and you don't have to add anything else. So I will not be using any tint set or any primer of any kind. I'll just mix the Quikrete with the fortifier and put it on. Hopefully it'll go well. Okay, I just finished my mix. Took me about half an hour. My shoulder's hurting. I'm doing it in a barrel. It's hard to get at the bottom. And you have to make sure it doesn't keel over, but it's done. The consistency is that of wet sand. I might add a bit of water to make it easier for myself, but so far so good. I added the exact amount that it says on the package. The fortifier was, since it was 0.95 liters instead, 0.95, one quart each, I had to add, I added 2 bottles per bag instead of 1.7 liters, which they said to add. So I added a bit more, and I balanced it out with the water, and that's what it gave. The smell is really strong, so you have to wear a mask, gloves, eyewear, and even hair wear, which I'm wearing right now. Because last time I mixed up concrete, 2 spots burned my arm, so I'm not taking any chances. Ready to go to the basement. Okay, so I've got my mix and fertilizer and chlorine buckets that came with lids, which is very useful when you're going down the stairs and through the house with this mix, which is really quite toxic. And I've made myself a couple of pieces of wood to be able to go from one bracket of my Goof proof to another. I ended up adding 2 cups in all, about 2 cups in the mix. I'm more comfortable with that. I've seen on the site for Goof Proof, their video, the mix seemed very wet, so I'm more comfortable with this one. So 2 cups for 2 bags, and that's not so bad when you can consider that I can add up to, I think it's 1.2 liters per bag, so that's not so bad. Okay, so I'm starting. This was very hard. This is the pre-pitch completed. I've been at it for an hour and a half at least. Very hard on the back and the arms, going with the twirl, and throughout the whole job I kept repeating in my head something I heard from a YouTuber saying it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be functional. So I kept repeating that in my head because this was very hard. Kudos to those who do this for a living, really. I only needed, this is a 5 feet by 5 feet shower. I needed 2 bags of Quikrete 1103 to do this. I still have a tiny bit left, but with 2 bags I had enough. Also, I'm very glad I had the Goof Proof under there. I don't want to sound like a sales pitch, but had it not been for that, it would have made the job that much more difficult. I know for those who do this for a living, buying this is not an option, but for me, because this is probably the only shower I'm ever going to do, this was a good purchase. That it took away the measuring. I didn't have to measure to do the job, so that made it that much more easy. So now the curing, because I put fortifier in, it only has to cure for 24 hours. I'm going to cover it with wet towels and with plastic, and probably going to leave it there for a while. This is the pre-pitch completed and cured, done with Quikrete 1103. I cured it for 72 hours, even though because I used fortifier I only had to cure it for 24 hours. It is a 1/4 inch per foot, and it is flush with the flange and ready to put on the clamping ring once I put on the liner. I'm not too happy with the results because within a week it started showing little cracks all along my Goof proofing as well. So really not happy. So for the mortar bed, that'll be over the pan liner. And I'm going to do my own mix of Portland cement with 4 parts wet sand by volume, and instead of using Quikrete again. So on with the liner.